Hey guys, in this video we're going to talk about the 5 best low-cost cities to retire in the Philippines. Stick around. Alright guys, so in this video I thought I would talk a little bit about not only just the best cities overall to retire in, which I have done in the past, but specifically I want to talk about the best low-cost cities to retire in, because those do vary and differ a little bit than my top cities for retirement overall. So not all of us have a big budget that we can retire on. Some of us are strictly maybe on just a set amount like Social Security, and maybe we didn't invest wisely, or we didn't do a 401k and we just have limited funds. So we want the best overall retirement package we can do in the Philippines. So let's go ahead and talk about that. Now, for me, it comes down to 5 cities. Again, will this list change at some point? Sure. As I travel throughout the Philippines exploring even more, I do update lists like this as we go. So before we go into all the cities, I do want to mention that before you even move out to the Philippines, you really should kind of know what situation you're going to go into. Are you going to come out here and just stay on a tourist visa? Now, a lot of people do. A lot of people come out here, and like I said, as of right now, you can stay up to 3 years without ever having to leave. And then at the 3-year mark, you would have to leave the Philippines and come back in, and then you just keep going to immigration, extending. The visa costs typically run about $450 a year, so you could budget that out over the period of 12 months, and that should be your visa costs. Now, I don't recommend, if you were going to come out here and retire and live long term, you really should get onto some kind of visa. Now, depending on whether you're going to get married at some point, then of course you can go into the 13A, the marriage visa, or you could get into a retirement visa. Now, you could be prior military, and it doesn't have to be just from the United States. It could be Canada, Australia, in Europe as well. They have that as well, where you're only putting a $1,500 deposit down, and I think around $1,500 for cost, and that's probably one of the best deals. And I think it's only like $10 a year to keep renewing that visa, or your yearly fee rather. And then you have the retirement visas, where there can be a $10,000 US deposit and a $20,000 US deposit. You would contact a visa agent to find out more about that. And the reason why I like them so much is they kind of do everything. Not just visas, but they handle all kinds of different aspects of retirement. And so if you contact these guys, there will be a link in the description, in the pinned comment as well. They are based out of Dumaguete, but they can help you throughout the Philippines. You really need to have sufficient information before you choose a visa, and you can discuss your different options for retirement visas, or perhaps a spousal visa. And a lot of guys don't even know what visa they should pick, so they are here to help you. Now, also with retirement visas, you might be looking for property, or a company for construction, a company where you can get your dream retirement home, because a lot of people don't just want to rent, they still want to own a property. So if you're looking for a good company to help you with that, they can help you with that also. You also, before you'd even want to buy some property, you need to know the title on your land or property is free and clear. You need to have a reputable real estate broker to guide you through the whole process, whether you're buying or selling a property. You also need to be able to find a place that has a good attorney that can help you ensure the legality of your land or house purchase. And there may be a variety of other things that you may want an attorney for, perhaps a will or a prenup agreement, where you should go perhaps to get solar installation for your home. So there's a lot of questions that a lot of expats have that they may not know the answers for. Contact them before you decide on retirement in the Philippines, get your questions answered, and perhaps they can help you as well. The one last thing that I will mention is that what I like about this company is they were started by expats 3.5 years ago, and the business is designed to cater to expats and protect expats for the needs of those who are already living here or those who are planning to come and move to the Philippines. I'm going to list off one city at a time and discuss it and talk about some tips to have a lower cost retirement here in the Philippines as well. So city number one for me is on the island of Negros. It is called Bayawan City. I like it a lot. It is a nice, smaller city, but not so small that it doesn't have a couple small shopping malls with grocery stores, a hospital, university, a beautiful boardwalk that you can walk on. And I think I'm not sure exactly how long it is, but it's great for exercise. Plenty big with sidewalks to be able to walk on and get some exercise. And lots of nature nearby. Dumaguete is not that far away, so you could get to a bigger city and get access to the airport and the port to take a ferry ride as well. The second city that I like is Tagum. It's situated about 45 minutes out of Davao. It is a clean, beautiful city with a lot of modern housing. You've got hospitals, shopping malls, beautiful nature all over. And I was really surprised when I went through Tagum several times when I was living in Davao about how nice it really was. I actually considered moving there for a period of time, but I had at that point really wanted to travel, and I was still driving all over Mindanao with my motorbike and really enjoying it. But Tagum was definitely a city that I would have liked to explore more, but I have talked to a lot of expats who live in Tagum and they really enjoy it out there. So Tagum is making my number 2 for lower cost cities to retire in. Number 3 would be Valencia in Bukidnon. Now, like the others, I have kind of a common pattern. I look for at least a small shopping mall that's got a decent sized grocery store. I don't like to live so far out in the province where I don't have access to a grocery store, a hospital, and services that I may need. And when you live too far out in the province, then if some emergency happens or you need certain types of groceries, you just can't find it without taking a long trip. And again, also, nature is important to me. I like to have a lot of nature around for activities and things to do. My 4th city is actually one of the bigger cities. It's Iloilo, but it's not terribly big, but it's very modern, but it has a low amount of expats living in it. And therefore, a lot of the costs are still relatively low unless you're going to go live in like a condo in the newer area of Iloilo, where they're building, they have a new shopping mall called Mega World, and it's a whole housing development area as well with condos and stuff going up. But beautiful area, great area for walking and doing Zumba and getting your morning exercise called the River Walk. I had a video on that not too long ago. Iloilo's got a lot of great food, close proximity to a bunch of different islands, and also Bacolod is not far away as well. And then the last city is Dipolog. Dipolog, as you know, still to this day, Dipolog is still probably one of my favorite cities in the Philippines. Clean, friendly people, but still has modern type facilities like a hospital. They've got a little bit of a shopping mall. They do have some nice hotels. 2.6 kilometer long boardwalk, great for walking, getting your exercise in. Lots of trash receptacles along the way to throw your trash, making it a very clean city. Lots of great nature. I will actually go back and explore it with Maya in the near future, and we'll do more videos there. Now, one of the things I want to let you know is if you're going to go to one of these cities, a tip that you should use is if you have a Filipina girlfriend, fiance, or wife, have her go look at the rental property first, alone. She doesn't need to say that she has a foreigner husband or boyfriend. She needs to go look at it, and if she likes it, she can kind of bargain on the price. Once the price has been established and before any deposit or anything's been signed, then bring your, then she can bring you, and you can go look at it and decide together. And at that point, the price has already been finalized for you, and you're locked in. And because there is skin tax here, when they see you, they see that you're from America or Europe or wherever, that price does often go up, and they are less likely to negotiate. As with a Filipina, they're more likely to negotiate, and they're not likely to have the price raised, because of that. Now, in these cities that I have mentioned, there are less expats. Now, it's not that I don't like expats. I'm an expat myself, and I like to hang out with expats and grab a coffee. And with a lot of expats, you often get extra better housing, extra food choices, like different restaurants that cater to expats that you might not find in some of these other cities, and grocery stores that maybe import goods from the West. And when you live in cities that have a lot of expats, these are the things you get. In some of these other cities, you may not get that, but what you will get are lower costs for food, housing, and other things as well. So guys, these are my top 5 for the lowest cost retirement cities in the Philippines. Again, a lot of you will have different opinions and different choices, and of course I respect that. Please comment down below and share with me some of your favorite retirement cities for low cost living in the Philippines. And as I've said, my list will change at some point the more I explore the Philippines. Contact information is down in the description and also the pinned comment. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to check out my website, geointhephilippines.com, where you can book a consultation with me, and also click on my Geo Travel Essentials for all the things that I highly recommend for moving out to the Philippines or even traveling out to the Philippines. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.